kind of gives you an idea that Xabi Alonso, with the squad that he has available and the players that he has available, he still doesn't have the answers that he wants. And the key to all of this for Real Madrid is in one player, Tchouaméni. I think Xabi Alonso coming into Real Madrid thought that Tchouaméni could absorb a lot of responsibility, or most of the responsibility, in being that guy in the midfield. And to the point to where, if you go back to the Club World Cup, when they were playing with a back three, it was Tchouaméni's responsibility to either step into the midfield or step in between the two center backs, and he had that freedom. But in order to have that freedom, you also have to have an ability to read and feel the game. Xabi Alonso could read and feel the game when he was a player. I'm not sure that I'm sure that that's not the strength of Tchouaméni's game. And I don't think he's capable of doing that with that sort of freedom or fluidity. So finding that player is going to be difficult. I don't think that player is currently in Real Madrid.
Alex, who starts at Old Trafford for you? First game of the season for Arsenal against Manchester United. Havertz or Gyökeres? Also, have you been practicing the Gyökeres celebration?
I don't get involved in the celebrations. So, look, I would have said Havertz, but he's had a knock, and Gyökeres started in Arsenal's friendly today against Athletic Club. So it looks like it might be Gyökeres. I would have said it was too soon. I think Arteta, who tends to be a little bit conservative with these things, I think he would have gone for Havertz. But having seen what we've seen today, like I say, Havertz having had a slight issue coming off the bench, I think, in that friendly today, I think it might be Gyökeres.
You can't. How could you possibly go for Havertz? How could Arteta possibly go for Havertz? You've gone and got the guy you've needed for how long? No chance. If Havertz was 100% fit, you play Gyökeres. You can't bring this guy in and not play him. Arteta would be drawn and quartered. Of course Gyökeres is playing, 100%. And if he doesn't, I'll tell you what, Arteta's going to feel the heat.
Is Gyökeres, is that name going to give you trouble?
It sounds like it. I've got Gyökeres, Gyökeres.
We'll find out. Okay, Craig's inner piece is in again. I don't think it's that peaceful today.
Okay.
Start, bench, or drop, and sell. These four managers, in terms of who everyone thinks will get the sack this season, start being who is least likely to get the sack. So Ruben Amorim, Xabi Alonso, Erik Ten Hag, or Igor Tudor at Juve.
Who's least likely to...
Yeah, so who's least likely is the person that you start?
Tudor is least likely, isn't he?
to get sacked?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think Xabi Alonso is going anywhere this season.
Right. Yeah, I agree with that, but I think Tudor's... There's no possible chance.
Oh, man. Erik Ten Hag at Leverkusen is going to be something else.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? Between Ten Hag and Amorim, isn't it?
You have to imagine that if you've gone all in with Ruben Amorim and you're making decisions based upon being all in with him.
If they're as bad come Christmas, he's got to go.
Yeah, well, I'm not arguing with you.
He was on about, all season he was on about not being able to train, not having time with his players. Well, he's got all the time in the world now with his players. So he can't pull that out.
Right.
So he's got nothing left in the bank.
Well, what he has, I don't know that he himself has it left in the bank, but what I think he can argue is that if they're mid-table, that's an incredible step forward from what they were last season. If they're somewhere hovering around Europe, that's an improvement from last season. I'm not making a case for Amorim. I'm just merely saying.
So if we just get rid of the sell and you can put Tudor and Xabi Alonso as your start, who are you going to bench and drop between Ten Hag and Amorim?
Ten Hag and then Amorim.
Right.
So who's more likely then?
Amorim.
Okay.
If United could only sign one player, Baleba or Donnarumma, who should it be? Both obviously linked with Manchester United.
Baleba's a beast. He's still only a kid. He's still only 20. And the upside is huge. As I say, he's already a beast. So I think this is easy, Baleba.
With Atleti spending close to 200 million euros this summer, Ale, is there pressure on him to deliver some silverware this season?
Well, yes, because you can only play the card that you're the little engine that could for so long. You can only...
for a long time.
I know. But you can only sort of play that card of, everything goes Barcelona's and Real Madrid's way and everything. They get every break and they get every decision and it's us against the world. But if you're spending this amount of money, which I don't blame Atletico Madrid for doing it. In fact, it's been time for Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid to go and get what they think is theirs. And they were close last season. They were leading La Liga at one point. They had won a bunch of games in a row. It felt like momentum was with them, and then the games that matter, they were not able to pull it together. and drop too many points to lower end opposition. You put that together, it ends up becoming a disappointing year for you. I don't think a disappointing year for Atletico Madrid should be accepted anymore. We can no longer hide under the very comfortable quilt, the cover that is Diego Simeone, and here we go, with a knife in between your teeth, and we're gonna fight against the world. Yeah, do all of that, but you have enough quality to where you should be winning the games that truly matter. And the games that truly matter are Real Madrid, Barcelona, when you're right smack in the middle of the mix.
What's the feeling in Madrid, Alex?
Yeah, I think given what they've done, they've got to improve on last season. What does that mean? It means being in the La Liga title race in May, not being out of it by March. It means going beyond the last 16 in the Champions League. It means winning the Copa del Rey. So rather than getting knocked out in the semi-finals, they have to be better than last year. It can't fizzle out the way it did last year.
Ale, who's the fastest football player of all time? I love that you're at AI now.
Is it me? I don't know if he's the fastest, and people may not be familiar, certainly in the international market, may not be familiar with this name. But there was a guy in Major League Soccer whose name was Marvell Wynn. This guy was a machine. But you remember
his feet.
And this guy, you could feel him coming from a distance, and he was built like a brick house. He was fast. I don't know if he's the fastest of all time, but man, he could move. He was an impressive physical specimen.
I tell you who it's not. My mate at Dortmund.
Nico Sula.
I sat here a couple of years ago and Gab was trying to tell me that he's been clocked as the fastest defender or the fastest player in the Bundesliga. I'm like, what?
The thing is that when he gets to top speed, it takes him a while to get to top speed.
Yeah, but once he's there, Stevie.
Oh, my goodness.
He builds momentum. It takes him a while to build momentum.
Are there any fast? It doesn't have to be the fastest player for you, Alex, but are there any that stood out to you that you've seen?
It's a very good question. I mean, you go right the way back. I was thinking about, think about a young Michael Owen when he came through at Liverpool, was incredibly quick. Someone like Theo Walcott at Arsenal, very, very, very quick. Here in La Liga, I mean, right now, Mbappe is obviously very, very fast. You've got someone like Iñaki Williams, very, very quick. Athletic Club Barca are speedy in numerous. I think Balde's very, very quick at Barca. I'm not sure who's clocked the fastest time in La Liga last season. I'd have to go and check.
I will throw a name that obviously people will know and may not think of him as the fastest per se in running from